Hello and welcome to Caravanning with the Missus. Thank you everybody for subscribing so far from our first video that we did last weekend with our little caravan journey holiday in the drive. And welcome to our second video. This is actually going to be a review of the Avtex. Let me look at my phone to remind me of the model number because it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. It's the Avtex 279DS for sugar, F for Freddy, V for Victor and P for Percy. So that's 279DSFVP television, HD television. So I'm going to be reviewing that today. We're going to be looking at the TV, what it looks like, going through the main menu items, as well as we're going to be looking at the remote, pros and cons, and the picture and sound quality, as well as the connections around the back, and also the connectivity, because of course this model is able to be connected to the outside world. So we'll be having a look at all that, or we'll have a little look at the bracket as well that's holding it on, and including one of my little bodge jobs. So yeah, so first of all, okay, why did I decide to, well, first of all, why did I decide to do this video? I decided to do this video because before we got the TV, as most people do, I did a bit of research, had to try and see if there are any other reviews on this TV. Didn't seem to be that many. There were one or two scant, very sparse reviews that didn't really say an awful lot. So I thought, well, if I put this up there, it might help other people that are in my position. And also people that might be interested in this particular caravan as well, the Discovery D4-4, because it's quite a new model, might be interested to see how I've hooked it up and all the rest of that, how it sits in the lovely caravan. So first of all, why did I get this particular TV? Well, just to remind you, the missus and I, brand new to caravanning. This is our first caravan. We bought it. It's now the 9th of January 2021, and we bought it in October last year, the caravan. So we're brand new to all this. We've not had a caravan before, not had a Caravan TV before. I personally prefer, I think, well, you generally tend to watch quite a bit of TV in your life, or we do anyway. We watch probably about 4 or 5 hours per day, just chilling. And also we're thinking, well, in the caravan, if it's in the winter, like it is at the moment, there's going to be a lot of rainy days where we might be stuck in the caravan and we won't be able to go out exploring. So we might want to watch films. So to increase my enjoyment of watching the caravan, or watching the telly, I tend to plump for something with a decent screen, decent sound, as big screen as possible as well, so you can get maximum enjoyment out of it. So that sort of like urged me towards the biggest sort of TV that I could get in the caravan, really. I also like connectivity as well. We like to watch our YouTube as well as catch-up programs on iPlayer, etc. At home we also watch the Netflix quite a bit, yeah, so ideally one with Netflix would have been good. Now, as you're probably aware, you could pretty much get any old TV for the caravan. You could just get a bog standard, I don't know, Panasonic or LG, one that's designed for domestic use in the house, or you can get one specifically built for the caravan. Ones built for the house cost a fraction of the price of the Avtex, and have more functionality in general. And they would probably work just as well in the caravan. But for me, Avtex TVs are a little bit harder wearing. They're also designed to be run off the 12-volt battery as well, because the power from the battery is a bit variable. So it helps to have a TV that's designed to have a power source, 12-volt power source that's constantly dropping at a very slow rate, but it's still dropping. So it's built for caravan. It's a little bit hardy. I mean, it can obviously get quite steamy in here when we're making our tea and stuff like that. So it's a bit hardy, and very light as well. That's the other thing. Obviously, it's quite important for caravanning. It's very, very light. So those are the main reasons I decided to go for a caravan-specific TV as opposed to a domestic one, even though I'm sacrificing functionality. As you probably know, Avtex TVs cost about 2 or 3 times the price of a normal TV. This particular model cost me, it's £430. Yes, 430, which is quite a lot. I know you can get the cellos for a lot cheaper, about 100 and something, and they have a little bit more functionality as well. But yeah, what sold it to me was I would have hoped the more you spend on it, the better quality the picture's going to be, and the better quality the sound's going to be. And in those two departments, I wasn't too disappointed. I'll talk a bit more about sound and picture in a bit. So yeah, so those are the main reasons we went for the Avtex. Picture and sound quality thought would be better. And yeah, first of all though, I did actually order the 24-inch model from the Pro range. Reason I did that is because I was getting very confused with all the model numbers. I mean, like I said earlier, don't exactly roll off the tongue. Getting a bit confused, and I thought, well, something with Pro, that's going to be good, so I'll go for that one. And I just went for the biggest one in the Pro range. Got it delivered. I put it on the bracket, fitted it to the bracket, turned it all on. Wow, this is great. And I thought, oh, let's have a look at YouTube, Netflix, and then I realised, oh, it's not actually connected to the outside world. It had a CD-ROM, no, not CD-ROM, DVD player, which was great, although I don't really use DVDs. But yeah, couldn't connect it to the internet, so I thought, oh, I've got the wrong one here. So I returned that and very kindly replaced it with this place I bought it from in Birmingham. They replaced it for the bigger model, 27, with the model number that I said earlier. And they actually gave me a refund. It was actually £12 cheaper than the smaller one that wasn't connected. So anyway, got this one, 27-inch. Quite pleased actually that I got a bigger TV, because the smaller one, the 24-inch, was the biggest one in the Pro range. But like I say, I like my big TVs, and it was a little bit small. Even in this Caravan, it's got a bit of extra space left in the Caravan, so I'm pleased I went for the bigger one, 27-inch. Okay, so without any further ado, let's have a little look at it, shall we? There is the TV, so quite a nice looking little TV. As you can see, I've just got it on the bracket in between the door and well, between the front end. This four-seater Caravan, so we've got the lounge in front of it where I'm standing, and the bed just behind the TV, as you can see. There's a little bit of glare, as you can see, coming off the skylight in the middle of the Caravan. Oh, and the window behind me, yeah, and the window behind me. But that's never been a problem while watching the TV. To be honest, I found the screen, actually, it's got a nice matte coating, so I've found the anti-reflection qualities of it to be quite good, actually. That's never been a problem. The remote's quite a reasonable remote you'd expect to find with an average TV, but for a nice, slightly more expensive TV like this, I would have expected something a little bit more plush. The other thing is the actual buttons are actually rubber buttons, so they're not very positive, so they're a bit spongy. However, it works okay. Quite handy little thing there is you've got the TV and radio button there, because often we like to watch radio channels, you know, like BBC Radio 2 from the internet side. Well, actually, yeah, you can get that on Freeview as well. So yeah, we like to watch that. That's quite a handy button. And we've got the big Freeview play button in the middle, the white button. That's pretty handy. And the famous AQT button, the orange one, Avtex Quick Tune, because apparently we've not actually been on site yet because we've been locked down since we got the Caravan. But when you get to site, apparently you need to tune in each time you get to a Caravan site. So just do that by pressing the buttons. That's quite handy. Also, you can see just above the AQT button, we've got the battery button, the signal, and, well, the battery button. Really good, shows you the battery status. I'll show you that working in a minute. And the signal button, signal strength as well, which helps for aligning the thingy bob, the aerial up. So yeah, not a bad remote. Yeah, as I say, the only problem is a little bit rubbery, a little bit cheap looking, to be honest. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't understand why manufacturers of remotes don't put a light button on the damn thing. So you know, you're in the dark, watching a nice film in the dark, you want to pause it because you want to go to the loo or something. don't know where the button is, press the light button on the remote, job done. Don't seem to do that. I mean, my TV, I've got a nice Panasonic TV inside. They do that on that, but unfortunately only the top half of the remote is illuminated by the light button. Bottom half isn't, and of course the bottom half contains the most useful buttons. Anyway, if any remote manufacturers, designers are listening, how about a light button? Or just a luminous decals or something on it. Anyway, so there's the remote. So round the back, as you can see, we've got a physical on-off switch, which is quite handy so that you don't keep the TV in standby all day and drain your battery. And then the connectors on the back, just the fairly usual array of memory and HDMI. So bottom one, we've got the 24 volts, 12, 24 volts or mains. Well, no, not mains. You get an adapter with it, a mains adapter. But you've got the input for the power at the bottom, and then the RJ45 for your network going up from there, and then two HDMIs, HDMI 1, HDMI 2. HDMI 1's got an audio return channel, ARC, and then we've got the optical connector just above that for the sound, and then above that satellite and terrestrial aerial. As you can see, I'm plugged into the Caravan's terrestrial aerial. And then right around the top, which actually quite handy having them at the top, because that means at night when you want to plug your memory cards in and your memory, let's just focus, your memory cards and earphones, all do. So you've got your earphones and then two USB memory cards. Two USB connectors and two USB connectors, and the other one there, so headphones, and then the other one there is for your AV, audio visual connector. Okay, so that will be for external things like, I don't know, DVD players possibly. Oh, you could plug that in there. Well, no, you typically plug those in your HDMIs. Okay, so that's pretty much all the connectors. Oh, and you've got that PCM CIA, which I think is for paid pay-per-view channels or anything like that. While I'm round the back, you can see there's one of my little bodge jobs. Because I got accidentally ordered the smaller 24-inch first, the Visa bracket connector is in a slightly different place, plus obviously it was a different size. So for here, I didn't want to move my bracket because I'd already screwed the bracket in the wall there. So I just sort of built myself a little adapter, which just adjusted the height slightly. So there you go. I'll show you it swiveling around in a bit. So that's the Avtex bracket that I ordered separately. Again, that's quite expensive for a bracket, but I quite like the design, quite minimalist in design, does the job. So one of the things I quite like about really like about the layout of the Discovery D4-4 is the fact that this area here, they've left it blank so that you've got the bed up this end, lounge down this end. So that means you only need one TV, which when you swivel it round, you can watch from the bed or the lounge. So you don't need to have two TVs, one in the bedroom, one in the living room. So at the moment it's swiveled round so you can watch it in the lounge. If you want to turn it round to watch it in bed, all you need to do with the Avtex bracket is just loosen, the way I've got it on at the moment is you just need to loosen this screw there, that nut there, and then just turn it round like so, and then the way I've got it positioned, it just slots just nicely underneath the cupboard there like that, and then just tighten it back up into position like so. It's nice and sturdy, and there we go, just like that. So that's quite nice, and it's nice. And so if you wanted to pull the caravan away, go at the end of the holiday or whatever, you'd probably leave it in that position as well. It's nice and secure as well. So yeah, quite like that facility there. Need to be very specific on where you put the bracket though, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to turn the telly on. We are connected to the battery, so we're effectively off grid at the moment. Also, because we're just next to the house, because I'm parked in my drive, right next to the house, the garage is at the other end of the caravan, so the terrestrial signal on the caravan aerial is struggling a little bit to get through. But that's okay, because that can show you the signal strength facility working, and then you can see the quality of the screen when I go to the connected Freeview Play and all the rest of that, and you'll see it in high def. So to turn it on, as usual, you press the red standby button, and there's the very attractive Avtex logo. Let's just focus in. That comes on for a bit. And then it'll go on to a terrestrial low definition. Just tell me about USB screen 1 inserted. I think it'll go to a... Oh, message come through. No, perhaps the signal's not quite strong enough. Anyway, there's the signal button. Just press the signal button. It's showing you the signal finder. Oh, there it is. It's going up and down a little bit. Like I say, it's not particularly good here. We've also got the battery indicator there. We've got 72% left. So that's not too bad. Oh, looks like it might have found a bit of a signal to do something with. No. Okay. Alright, so let's go straight on to Freeview Play. Just loading that. Reasonably responsive. The screen, by the way, is an LED screen, which means it's actually LCD but LED backlit, so that's why it's quite a thin panel. Good quality, actually. I quite like it. Obviously not, colours aren't as rich as they would be on like an OLED TV. However, they are pretty good. Much better than the standard LCD TV. So yeah, quite happy with the quality of the screen. Also, the quality of the sound, to be honest, is pretty good. Considering such a flat panel. The speakers do fire behind the TV, obviously, because there's no speaker grill or anything at the bottom. So that means when the missus is trying to get to sleep in her bed, up there, unfortunately she hears the TV louder than me, so I have to plug in my headphones, which isn't too bad because I've got an extension cable. So there we go. Let's just make it a bit darker. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. So there's the Freeview. Trying to get a bit better quality. Yeah, that'll do. So there's the Freeview. Usual stuff. So you've got your iPlayer down there. You've got your yeah. There's the help settings, STV, BBC Sounds, blah blah blah, Horror Bites, Catch Up, My5 for ITV Hub and iPlayer. So click on iPlayer. It's loading. I think there's quite a good interface. I've seen some reviews for the cellos, and they seem to, because they've got Android, they seem to have a slightly annoying sort of mouse thing going around where you've got to navigate a tiny little mouse around the screen. Here you don't. You see, I'm just, at the moment, Home's highlighted. If I just press the down arrow, it goes and highlights the start watching bit. Press the down arrow again, and then we go like that. Press the right arrow, and we move on to, we go on to the next film, like that. So, yeah, so pretty good, nice user interface for the catch-up channels. So, the catch-up channels, it gets... I've had a YouTube. I got a software update for the TV, which installed YouTube on the TV. So I've got YouTube, but there's no Netflix as yet. I've actually asked them if they've got Netflix planned. I only asked them yesterday, so they didn't have much of a chance to respond. But I'm assuming they have got Netflix sometime in the future planned. Okay, so back to terrestrial. Let's just have a quick look through the main menu items. So we've got the channels. To set up the channels there. I won't take you through that, it gets a bit tedious. Main thing is connected. So we've got the connected bit here. We go in there, and then we've got YouTube and YouTube for the kids as well, and another Explore Freeview Play thing. So here's YouTube. You see those horizontal lines on there? They're not actually on it when you're watching it. I think that's something to do with the shutter speed of the camera that's videoing. Actually, I'm adjusting the shutter speed and it's not having any effects, so still. But yeah, to the human eye, it's spot on. So if we go into my Kev Bobster YouTube channel, and usual stuff there. So yeah, quite nice YouTube. I quite like that. So let's go back out of that by pressing the back button, exit that, and here we go. Oops. Oh yeah, okay. Let's also show you a little bit of, the media thing. So if I go back down to media, we've got movie. Now this is quite handy. So you select what media you're looking for. So I'm looking for films and stuff. So I'll select movie. Now here it's showing you what's connected. I've got one USB memory card plugged in. And also underneath you can see there's DLNA devices. So at the moment I've got my TV, my Panasonic TV inside the house. That's connected on the network. So that's quite good actually, quite handy. You can also have your phone connected to it, so you can browse any films that you might have on your phone using this, and your laptop. If sometimes I have my laptop down here, so that'll be connected to it. So yeah, so I've just clicked on my TV. So go in there. You can, with my TV, so it's now looking at the TV that I've got in the house because it's on the same network that the telly's on at the moment. You can have a look at the hard... Oh, hang on. Accidentally pressed the remote, the back button. Let's have another go. Bum, 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 bum. So, let's go hard. So we can have a look at what's on the hard drive on the TV. That's recorded stuff. Or we can actually use the TV's tuner. So here we've got... the TV's got a satellite and terrestrial tuners. So, I mean, for example, like right now... can't pick up much signal here, so what I can do is, there you go over to the satellite channels of the TV that's in the house, our main TV. It's just a little bit slow, a little bit of a lag here, and occasionally it can't actually play the odd program, but, so yeah, there's a little bit there. And if we just press play, there you go, decoding, it'll decode it. So we're actually watching a program using the tuner. From the TV that's indoors. Let's pop the subtitles at the top for some reason, but anyway, you get the gist, you get the general idea of it. So that's quite handy for when you are holidaying in the drive, which we often do at the moment. Okay, so let's stop that. So that's the good thing about this TV. It is indeed connected to all sorts. Films, films that you've recorded, obviously you can play on there and all the rest of that. So it's really good to have all that connectivity, which is great. So if I get back out of there, back out of there. And yeah, you can play music, so any MP3s that you've got on your memory stick, etc, etc, etc. So back into the menu. What else we got? Well, I'll just briefly go through picture settings, picture mode, user. Yeah, I like to set up my own settings. We've got usual stuff there. On the sound, actually, I quite like, and because the remote control's rubbery, you don't get, well, there is a bit of a click for feedback, but it's a slight delay going through to the TV. That's a little bit annoying. Anyway, yeah, so for the sound, I quite like the sound. For a little telly, I don't think it sounds too bad. I set up my own user mode, so you can set up the various frequencies like graphic equalizer there, which is quite handy. Also, you can go through, so you can change the sound modes, like, how do you do that? Yeah, there you go, you get standard, music, movie, sport, or user. So usual stuff there. I'll keep it on user. You've got your balance, left and right, auto volume, surround sound, which I leave on. So that's obviously pseudo surround sound, and a couple of bits and bobs there. Options, what we got there? Oops. Yeah, all sorts of stuff going on there. You've got your, oh yeah, Miracast compliant device, so you can cast your screen from your phone onto the TV. Oh yeah, I was going to show you, yeah, a little bit of quality. So let's go back on to Freeview. Let's see if I can find something to show you in high def. How about Spider-Man? The Homecoming. And we'll just play that. Fast forward a bit. Let's fast forward. And there we have a bit of Spider-Man. So yeah, that's high def. So those horizontal lines, I can see them on my screen on the video camera. If you can see them, they're not actually there. Just the shutter speed again. No, it doesn't seem to affect it. But yeah. So it sounds pretty good considering those tiny speakers. Let's have a look. How much battery have I got left? Ooh, 71%.
Avtex stuff makes it too easy. Told you it worked. Oh, nice.
And there you go. That pretty much wraps up my little review of my Avtex, whatever the model number was that I said right at the beginning, connected TV. Hope you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notifications icon as well. I like the TV because, as I say, built for it. It's a bit rugged, so it's built for caravans. Nice quality screen. I'm glad I got the bigger one because it's, as I say, to increase my enjoyment, and it's just about fits where I want it to fit, and I can swivel it around, watch it in bed as well, or the missus can. Yeah, so I like it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope next weekend we hope to be caravanning in the drive again, like we did on New Year's Eve. So I think I'll probably do a quick vlog of that as well, because obviously we're in lockdown at the moment. So I imagine there's not that many caravan vloggers being able to produce any material. So in case people are suffering from lack of caravan vlogs, I might see if I can keep the thing going and do my own ones. So hopefully I'll be doing that next weekend, and you can see us what we're getting up to in the caravan again. Thank you very much. Have a good week. Stay safe. Stay away from that nasty virus, and I'll see you soon.